What is good, guys? Welcome back to another HFP video. I'm Will Reeves alongside Ryan Ogren, Ben Thomas, and Matt Walling. And today is episode 2 of our new talk show. And today we have a banger for you. We got our too early predictions, we're going to call them, except part of them are too early. So today we're going to be discussing the NFL draft, as you know, that's happening in a few days. And also the upcoming NFL season and MLB season. So we're going to start everything off with the mock draft, all right? So we're going to go through, and we've all listed out our top 10 picks of who we think is going to get taken, and we're going to come through and we're going to compare. All right, so we're starting off with pick number 1. As of right now, it is the Cincinnati Bengals. This one isn't too hard. There shouldn't be too much discussion for this one. So I personally have Joe Burrow on mine, quarterback from LSU. Anyone have anything different than that?
Nope, I have Joe Burrow. Select Joe Burrow.
Yeah. All right, we all have Joe Burrow. Matt, why don't you tell us who your number 2 pick was?
With the second pick in the draft, I had the Redskins taking Chase Young from Ohio State.
Yep.
I did as
also
well.
What I had.
Yeah, so we're all on the same page here. This is where things might start to mix up. We don't know. Ben, who's your number 3?
All right. For the Lions, I got them taking Jeff Okudah, cornerback from Ohio State.
As well.
I am there as well.
I had the Dolphins trading with the Lions for the 3 pick to take Tua Tagovailoa.
Oh.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I did not agree with that, but okay.
You have Tua going with the 3 pick. Interesting. So
To the
that
Dolphins.
means – yeah. All right. So let's go to the 4 pick. Ryan, who'd you have for your number 4 pick?
I have the Dolphins or the Giants selecting Isaiah Simmons. Personally, I think that is what they're going to do.
That's what I had.
I have that as well. I feel like they need to add a linebacker.
I do not have that. I have I have the Giants taking an offensive lineman, Tristan Wirfs from Iowa.
Interesting.
I think in order to help the run game with Saquon Barkley, they need an addition in offensive lineman. So,
an interesting pick there. Interesting.
Yep.
With the number 5 pick, the 5 pick, the Dolphins have it as right now. I have Tua Tagovailoa going with that pick. Matt, you said the Dolphins
traded the Lions taking Jeff Okudah from.
Okay, so you just had Okudah and Tua that you had them switched as well as their teams.
Yep.
I had the Dolphins selecting Justin Herbert.
Okay.
I have them taking Tua.
Yeah.
Quarterback from Alabama.
So that's probably one of the biggest stories is who's going to go first, Tua or Justin Herbert. That's one of the biggest stories this draft. As you guys know, Tua had that injury, which kind of bumped him back. And Justin Herbert's performed well. So we'll see.
Yeah.
With the 6th pick, the Chargers, I have the Chargers taking Justin Herbert here as one pick right after Tua.
Yeah, I am selecting Tua, so just those are flip-flops as well.
So you have the Chargers taking Tua. Interesting. All right.
Yep.
So the 7th pick, that is the Panthers. Who do you guys have for the Panthers? Matt, why don't you share?
I have the Panthers taking Derek Brown from Auburn.
Derek Brown, the D tackle from Auburn. Ryan?
Yep, Derek Brown, I agree with that.
Derek Brown. Ben?
I have the Panthers taking Isaiah Simmons from Clemson.
Oh, you had him taken
late in the draft. Yeah.
I mean, not really, because the only person that needs someone on their defense is the Giants. I mean, it's really only one pick.
True.
All right, we are on to the number 8 pick with the Arizona Cardinals. Ryan, who do you have?
I have the Cardinals selecting Jedrick Wills. He's an offensive tackle, and he plays for Alabama. I think
Alabama.
Yeah, I think the Cardinals can snag him up, and that'd be a good pick.
Yeah, I had him taking a different offensive lineman. I had him taking Tristan Wirfs from Iowa.
I also had that.
You had that, and Ben, you already had the Giants taking Tristan Wirfs. I'm curious to see who you went with here.
Yeah, I chose. I believe Matt had him going to the Panthers, but I did. I chose Derek Brown. From Auburn.
Derek Brown from Auburn.
I don't know. I just think the Cardinals could add to their D line, so it would all work out.
All right, with the number 9 pick, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Who do we have going here? Ben, we'll start with you.
I have the Jags taking Jedrick Wills, offensive tackle from Alabama.
Gotcha. Matt, what about you?
I have the Jaguars taking Jaron Kinlaw, defensive lineman from South Carolina.
Okay. And Ryan?
I have them taking Javon Kinlaw. Personally, I think.
Okay, so same as Matt. Me personally, I have them taking Jerry Jeudy, wide receiver from Alabama. I feel like they can add another person to their receiving core to really elevate that passing game. And with our 10th and final pick of this mock draft, the Cleveland Browns. Matt, we'll start with you. Who do you think the Cleveland Browns will select?
I actually had the Raiders trading up for this pick. So I have them taking Jerry Jeudy from Alabama.
You had him taking Jerry Jeudy. All right. Ryan, what do you think?
I have him Tristan Wirfs. I believe that he'd fit in great, 10th pick. I think who selected him earlier in the draft?
I have him being taken by the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I have him taken by the Giants, but
Ben, who do you have with the 10th pick?
Yeah, I said got a lot of offensive tackles going, but I said the Browns are going to take Mekhi Becton, offensive tackle from Louisville, because I definitely don't see them adding a wide receiver, especially because they have like Odell and Jarvis Landry.
I agree. I had them taking Mekhi Becton as well. So that's our top 10 mock draft. We're just going to slide right on over, sticking with the NFL, and we are going to go to predictions for the 2020 NFL season, if it's going to happen. Obviously, we don't know anything as of right now, but I think we're going to start in the AFC, and we're going to go through our division winners. So we're going to start with the AFC East, which is the Bills, Patriots, Dolphins, and Jets. Sorry, I blanked there for a second.
Jesus Christ.
Calm down. All right. So, Ryan, I'm curious to see who you have winning that division.
Well, Will, you definitely won't agree with this, but I still have the Patriots winning here. It's going to be close, but I think they can pull it off.
I do not hate that pick, even though I'm a Patriots fan. I think they have a shot. I have the Bills winning.
Oh.
No, I have the Bills winning, but I do think the Patriots have a chance. Absolutely.
Matt, who do you have?
I think the Patriots will win the division, especially if they draft Jordan Love from Utah, because they could definitely build an offense around him.
See, even as I know I'm a big Patriot hater, but I don't think Brady was the core of their offense, and he's gone. So I really think and the Bills weren't that far behind the Patriots last year. So I think the Bills are going to overtake. They just added Stephon Diggs, so I think they can overtake the Patriots for the number 1 spot in AFC East.
Okay. All right, moving on to the West.
Yeah.
Matt, want to lead us off? What do you have?
I have the Chiefs dominating the West.
Yeah.
I think
that's an easy one there.
Yeah.
I'm going to slide over to the AFC North, which I think is another easy one. I have the Ravens.
Me as well.
Taking that.
The Ravens, but I do think the Steelers will make it close as Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah. And then finally the AFC South. This one's going to be a close one. I personally think that the Titans are going to get it this year. I think they paid Derrick Henry, so Derrick Henry is going to get loads of carries, and I really think they can exceed this year.
I chose the Texans. It's obviously going to be one of the two, but I think the Texans could pull it off this year with the Titans going in the wild card.
I agree with Will. I think the Titans are going to win it, especially since Derrick Henry can produce a lot, and the Texans just lost DeAndre Hopkins, so that was a big blow for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Ben?
said the Titans as well, but Deshaun Watson is much better than Ryan Tannehill, so do not count out the Texans.
I agree.
I do not.
So then we have our 3 wild card spots. That's new this year.
Yes.
I have the Texans, the Browns, and the Patriots. I think that the Browns are going to challenge the Steelers, and I think they're going to beat out the Steelers for one of those wild card spots.
Matt, who do you have?
I'm gonna have the Steelers, the Patriots, and the Colts in the wild cards. I think
The
with
Colts.
the addition of Philip
Strong
Rivers,
prediction.
they could have a major improvement this year.
So you think no Texans in the playoffs for you?
All right,
Interesting,
well,
Ryan.
I have the Titans, Steelers, and the Bills going.
Okay.
They obviously know it's going to be the Patriots or the Bills going there. So, Ben, who do you have?
Yeah, I have the Texans, the Steelers, and the Patriots. Without a doubt, the Steelers are making the playoffs. I think, as much as I don't like them, I think they are going to make the playoffs.
See, I don't have them making the playoffs. I think the Browns are going to bounce back from last year. They had high hopes last year, and they came down short. But they added Austin Hooper to their offense, and they've added a lot of defensive additions as well. I think they can pull it off.
Yeah.
Be interesting to see.
What happened?
Moving on to the
Moving
NFC.
to NFC. Start with the NFC East. Boys, who we got?
Will, as much as I hate to say it, I do have the Cowboys winning the NFC East. I think not that this is necessarily
Cowboys Nation,
why they're
baby.
going to win, but I look at their schedule and it's similar. But I don't think that they're gonna. I think they're gonna pull it off this year. Personally.
I have to disagree. I'm gonna take the Eagles in the NFC East.
Okay.
And why is that, Matt?
I feel like they have a stronger offensive line, and they have a pretty solid defense. So I think they can do it.
Ben?
Yeah, again, as much as I hate to say it, I got the Cowboys. Even though I think it's gonna work like the same way last year. Like it's either for the NFC East, it's either you win your division or you make the playoffs because that is by far the worst division in the NFC. Or for win the division or not, and I got the Cowboys over the Eagles by just as much.
I don't want to sound biased, but I think I am the most caught up with the Cowboys news, and I've seen all of the additions that they've tried to make. Yes, they've lost some big names on defense, but they've also added Aldon Smith. They've added DeAndre Poe. They've added another D tackle, Clinton Dix. They've been full of additions this year, and I really think that'll boost their defense and give them the title of the NFC East.
Okay.
Moving to the NFC West, I have the Seahawks taking down the 49ers,
Really?
who made it to the Super Bowl last year. I think the Seahawks are going to bounce back. If they can pick up Jadeveon Clowney, who they had last year, if they can re-sign him, I think they have a chance. They have a great chance because they've added a lot to their offensive line as well this year.
I think the 49ers are going to win the NFC West because I feel like they could build an offense around Jimmy Garoppolo, and they're going to pull it off.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with Matt on that one. I think with them having their QB Jimmy Garoppolo, I think they got it. The Seahawks aren't too far off, but they're coming back from a Super Bowl, and I think they could easily make it there again.
Yeah, I got the 49ers winning. They have the debatable best defense in the league, and they have a pretty solid offense. They got one of the best tight ends in the game. I think they will win the division.
If not the best.
Yeah.
All right, so we got the NFC North up next. Again, I think this is going to be a close one, but I have the Packers edging out the Vikings for the division.
Me as well.
Me as well.
Yes, I also do.
It's a fairly easy division.
Clean sweep.
And the NFC South. As you know, big move from the Buccaneers. They got Tom Brady, but I also think they're not winning the division. I have the Saints.
I have the Saints.
Yep.
Yeah, as much as I love Tom Brady and the Bears' offense is strong this year, the Saints will win the division.
And then we got our 3 wild card spots. Personally, I have obviously the 49ers, who are going to have another great season. But I also have the Vikings and the Buccaneers. I think the Buccaneers are going to barely sneak into the playoffs, but I don't think they're going to do much when they get there.
Yeah, I agree with the Buccaneers. I think that, when they make it into the wild card, if they do, they're not going too far. And I have the Seahawks and Eagles in there as well.
I'm going to have the Cowboys, the Falcons, and the Seahawks. I think the Falcons picked up a great running back in Todd Gurley, so I think they could edge out the Buccaneers.
Okay.
For my 3 wild cards, I said all the same wild cards as well: Seahawks, Buccaneers, Vikings. I was debating the Eagles, but I think they will be. If there was an 8th seed, they would be the 8th seed.
All right.
All right. So we're just going to go quickly through, just very quick, in the Super Bowl matchup and the winner and your MVP. That's all I want to hear from you guys. Ryan, why don't you start us off? Matchup,
I have the
winner,
Saints and
MVP.
Chiefs. I have the Saints and Chiefs going there, and I think the Chiefs are going to pull it off again. You can't stop Patrick Mahomes. I'm telling you, MVP back-to-back years. Patrick Mahomes again. I think it's going to happen. Ben, what do you think?
I do agree with you in saying you really can't stop Patrick Mahomes, but I do have the Ravens stopping Patrick Mahomes. I think the 49ers are going to top the Ravens. Their 49ers are going to win, and the MVP will be George Kittle.
Matt?
I'm going to have the Ravens winning the Super Bowl over the 49ers, and Lamar Jackson's your MVP.
All right. I have the Ravens as well over the Seattle Seahawks, who I think they're going to have a bust-out year. But I have Mark Andrews as your MVP at tight end. Really great asset to their team. All right,
we're just going to quickly go through some players of the year here.
Yeah, so let's start off with MVP. Ryan?
I got Lamar Jackson coming through.
All right.
Interesting.
Ben?
I said Pat Mahomes.
Ryan? Or Matt?
Yeah, I said Pat Mahomes.
I have Russell Wilson. I'm a big believer in the Seahawks this year. So I'm thinking they're having a monster year. So I got to stick with my theme here. Offensive player of the year, Ryan?
I got DeAndre Hopkins.
Hopkins on a new team.
Unique choice.
Bold. Ben?
I was debating between Saquon Barkley and Christian McCaffrey, and weirdly, I'm going to choose Saquon Barkley. Not much of a Giants fan, but I think he will do good this year.
Speaking of Saquon, I'm going to take Saquon for Offensive Player of the Year.
Meanwhile, I'm going with a different running back that you didn't even mention. I'm going Derrick Henry.
Okay.
Kid's an animal. I think he's going to push through. Moving to Defensive Player of the Year, though. Matt, why don't you start us on that one?
I'm going to take probably, if he signs with a team, Jadeveon Clowney.
Wow.
That's a bold
very
one.
bold.
I think he was really strong with the Seahawks. So when he signs with a new team, I think he's going to produce big time for them.
All right, Ben?
I got Aaron Donald. I think he could win his 3rd Defensive Player of the Year.
I have Aaron Donald as well. I didn't know you were putting that, Ben.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Uh-huh.
I didn't.
Personally,
Okay.
I'm going bold as well as Matt. I think he's going to help lead his team to the AFC Championship. I don't think he's going to win it, but I think Tyrann Mathieu is going to come out with the Defensive Player of the Year.
Woo! That is bold.
I can't tell which one's bolder, that or Jadeveon Clowney.
Both.
Yeah, sure.
They're both.
They're both solid players. But not that.
We're moving on to rookies of the year.
All right.
Rookies of the year.
Burrow.
Offensive. You have Joe Burrow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Most likely the Bengals.
Yeah.
Ryan, who do you have?
Yep, Joe Burrow all the way.
Joe Burrow? Ben?
I chose the most talented rookie in rookie quarterback draft, Tua, on the Dolphins.
And I have the third quarterback that's probably going to be taken in the top 10. I have Justin Herbert. Yes, it is slightly biased because I am an Oregon fan, but if he goes to the Chargers, where he's predicted to go, he has a lot of weapons, and I think he can pull through.
All right, defensive
rookie of the year. I really don't think this is a question.
No.
Chase Young.
Yep.
Defensive end. He's an animal. He broke the single season sack record at Ohio State, even while missing 3 games. So
yeah.
And then comeback player of the year. This is interesting. Ryan, why don't you start us off?
I got Le'Veon Bell.
Ooh.
Not a bad pick, honestly. I think he
not
this
bad.
year.
Okay. Ben?
I got Ben Roethlisberger. Played like 2 or 3 games last year. I think he would lead his team to the playoffs for sure.
I'm going to take Mike Evans because he did battle injury last year. So, especially with the addition of Tom Brady, I think he's going to come out in a big way.
I personally have someone else who battled injury last year. I have Saquon Barkley. I think he's going to bounce back and have a monster year like his rookie season. He not like he had a bad year last year, but he struggled with injury for a couple of games. So, all right, that wraps up NFL. Now we're going to go through MLB. And starting MLB, we are going to start in the AL with the AL
These are
East.
predictions who will win it.
Yep. In the AL East, who do we got, boys?
I think this is without a doubt the Yankees.
Yeah, as much as I hate to say it, I think
yes, it is the Yankees.
AL West.
I got the Astros.
Unfortunately,
I think the Angels are going to make it very tight.
I agree with that.
I also have the Astros.
Yep.
And then AL Central.
Twins. No doubt.
Twins.
Cleveland Indians.
Cleveland
Indians.
Matt,
Wow.
I think. Wow.
Not a bad choice. It's not a bad choice.
Not a bad choice.
It's not a bad choice.
I don't even have them finishing second
choice.
in their division. I have them finishing third.
Wow.
Hey.
Okay.
And then
they're without a doubt going to finish second, but
really?
I'll get into it. I think so.
And that leads us into our wild cards, where I'm going bold. I'm saying the White Sox and the Angels. I think the White Sox have a lot of young talent, so I think they're going to have a great year.
I'm going to take the Angels and the Twins.
Okay. I'm taking the Rays and the Athletics, and just in case anyone was wondering, I have my Rays winning that game.
I got the Indians and the Rays.
All right.
All right. NL, we got NL East. What do we got?
Braves.
Atlanta Braves.
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 The West?
This is
This
obvious.
should be the easiest pick on earth.
Dodgers.
The Los Angeles Dodgers.
And then Central.
I'm going to take the Brewers.
Yeah, me as well.
I have a tie between the Cardinals and the Brewers, but I think the Cardinals are going to pull it off. We're going bold. Usually a tie. Sometimes.
I'm saying Cubs.
Wow.
I knew it.
Yeah.
Don't count them out.
I think y'all are sleeping on the Cubs. They got a lot of talent on that team. Plus, they just added Jason Kipnis.
I have them second, though.
Who are your
I
wild
also have
cards,
them
Matt?
second. So
For my wild card, I'm going to have the Mets and the Cubs.
The Mets and the Cubs.
the Mets.
Yes.
Ryan?
I have the Brewers and the Nationals. Brewers winning all the way.
I have the same thing. I have the Brewers and the Nationals.
Okay.
I have the Nationals and I have the Cubs because I have the Brewers winning the Central. So
All right.
Got it. All right, real quick. World Series matchup, your champion and your World Series MVP. Ryan, go.
New York Yankees versus Los Angeles Dodgers. As much as I hate to say it, the Yankees are winning. World Series MVP, DJ LeMahieu.
Yes, sir. Love to see it. Ben? Oh,
Ben.
Matt, go ahead.
Although, if I could add, usually
have-
pitchers don't win a MVP in the World Series. But if they have Garrett Cole, you never know.
Strasburg won it last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's usually not likely. It doesn't always happen.
All right, Matt.
In my World Series matchup, I'm going to have the Yankees and the Braves, and I'm going to take the Braves winning, and Ronald Acuna Jr. is your MVP.
Matt, I could not agree with you more. That is exactly my pick. I got the Braves over the Yankees with the MVP as Freddie Freeman.
Okay.
I have the Yankees over the Braves. Thank you very much. And your MVP, Gleyber Torres, my
Okay.
second favorite player in the MLB.
All right, quickly moving on to some
Awards here.
Yep.
Who we got for AL MVP? Is this even a question?
Yep.
Michael Trout.
Yeah, Mike Trout.
Yeah, Mike Trout.
Mike Trout. Yep.
AL
The
Cy
best player in
Young.
the MLB.
AL Cy Young.
AL Cy Young.
Cole. Garrett Cole.
Cole.
Yep.
I'm going to take Shane Bieber of the Cleveland Indians.
Mm,
He had a breakout season last year.
Okay.
All right.
Ben?
This might be a little crazy, but I am taking Justin Verlander from the Astros.
I'm going Cole. I'm with Ryan on this one. Cole all the way.
Yeah.
And your
Justin
AL
Verlander. I like him.
and then your AL breakout player, a player you think that didn't have a very good season last year or is a rookie this year, it's going to break out. Matt, why don't you start us?
I'm going to take Tyler Glass now of the Rays. He missed a lot of time
I like
last
that
year.
pick.
I think he
I
is
like the pick.
All right.
Ryan?
I'm picking Vladdy. I think it's his time to shine. Toronto's rebuilding. I think they'll be great in a few years, and adding him into that's just great.
Yep.
All right. Matt, Ben?
I got Luis Robert, however you say it, from
Robert.
the White Sox. They
I'm
signed
with
him
you
for
on
a
that
lot
one.
of money, so I like his chances.
He's a rookie this year. He's a good rookie too.
Yep.
Move to the NL MVP. Who we got?
I got
got-
Ronald Acuna Jr.
All right.
You say Acuna?
Yep.
I love to see it. I got him as well.
I have Christian Yelich. I don't know if the Cody Bellinger, Mookie Betts thing will work out. I think their numbers will be great, but I don't know if they're gonna live up to last year's.
Ben?
All right, this might be a little ambitious, but I have the greatest third baseman in the MLB, Nolan Arenado,
Out of here.
to win MVP.
Get out of here.
Call me crazy.
NL Cy Young.
I got Jacob deGrom.
DeGrom.
I have
Matt? Ben?
I was debating between DeGrom and Scherzer, and I did take Max Scherzer. I like his chances.
I got
Okay.
an IR Razor over here. I have Aaron Nola.
Wow.
Wow.
My Lord.
I think that his team's not going to do very well, but I think he's going to have a really good season.
All right.
Okay.
And
Finally, NL breakout player. Matt?
I'm going to go with a closer who struggled last year, Edwin Diaz of the Mets. I think he's a way better pitcher
Okay.
than he performed last year.
Okay. Ryan?
I got Keston Hiura. Personally, I
Me
think
as- Me as
you
well.
have him too.
Yeah.
I think he's going to do great this year.
I was going between either Keston Hiura or Mike Soroka from the Braves, and I did take Soroka because I think he could propel his team to a World Series.
A World Series loss to the Yankees.
No, a World Series win.
And then just to wrap us up here, we have our most overrated and most underrated teams going into the season. Most overrated. Who we got?
I think the San Diego Padres.
Are overrated?
Overrated?
Yes. Manny Machado is very
Okay.
overrated. And
I
think,
didn't know that they were overrated, but okay.
I think they are.
Okay. I didn't know they were overrated either. But
Either.
Ben?
all right. Overrated. A few of you guys have this team in the wild card. I took the Los Angeles Angels because their pitching is nowhere near nowhere good enough to make it to the playoffs.
All right, I got the Astros. They're not going to do as good this year. They're going to fall apart. Their pitching and offense is great, but they're just going to fall apart after the scandal. Will, who do you got?
Okay.
Matt's going to hate me for this, but I have the Cleveland Indians.
Okay.
I think they are not nearly as good as anyone thinks. They barely have any pitching. Ramirez has fallen off a cliff the past couple of years. So I really don't think.
Just last year.
All right, and the last one, let's do this quick. We got the most underrated. Matt, who do you got?
I actually have the Angels as the most underrated team.
Say the Orioles?
Angels.
Oh, I thought you said
Oh.
Orioles.
Yeah, I
Sorry.
got the Orioles as well.
All right.
All right,
So I got the Twins and the Mets. I think they're both going to be great this year.
I have the White Sox.
Okay.
I think they're
also-
coming out. They're coming out
Okay.
swinging with their young team. I think Luis Robert, Yohan Moncada, they
right.
just added Yasmani Grandal too. I think they're
Okay.
going to be really good this
Well,
year.
thank you guys for watching. Hope you all
I
agree
also
with
said the
this
White Sox,
prediction.
but I also said the White Sox.
Nobody cares, really. I mean,
So,
Well, the video's about to end. We're about to go over. So thank you all for
shut your
watching.
mouth.
Click on our website, link in description, comment as always, and we'll see you next week. HFP.
In 1 week. Out.
It could be out.
oh.